Most creators start with just a blank cursor and it's blinking there and you can't get any information from that. What do? How are you going to get these ideas? And you don't want to just keep doing the same thing that everyone's doing. You want something that's new, that's fresh and relevant to your audience. Well, I've got good news for you. With Perplexity Tasks, they've given it some updates. They've worked with it. It is a tool that creators are using enormously for content creators and more specifically for creative conductors. I'm going to talk to you more about that in this exciting video. If you create with YouTube, podcasting, you're a writer, you're a blogger, you're going to love this video to see the things that you can do with it. Hi, I'm Terry Brock with Stark Raving Entrepreneurs, and we help you to learn how to do this. And I want to get into some of the ways that you can use it that are going to help you as a creator, as a fellow creator. I've been doing it for a long time, actually since I was in second grade. Yeah, really, and through high school and all that, which was a few years ago. So now I want to show you what you can do and how you're going to be able to stop wasting hours when you're doing the research that you're doing. Right now, content creators are spending 2 to 3 hours often daily just hunting for the trends and what's going on, what's happening. Well, you're competing with people also who have the intel first. They've got it and you and I don't, or at least we didn't until now. Now, Perplexity Tasks, that's the key, delivers customized intelligence automatically to you. Coming to you here from Stark Raving Entrepreneurs, I'm Terry Brock, and you can reach me there. A lot of times we'll see people that don't tell us who they are or how you can get in touch with them here on YouTube. Well, I want to let you know how we can do that. And those of you who are catching us on audio, you can catch us there too. Terry@terrybrock.com. Looking forward to hearing from you. And the information overload really is killing your productivity. We've got so much. Have you noticed that today? Have you noticed we're not lacking for information? Today, the information overload really is killing us and killing our productivity. And we've got to find a way to get beyond that. See, generic feeds are burying what matters under noise. Lots of noise out there. We don't lack for content today. And manual research steals the time from creator creation. So in the content that you're creating, that you're going to be out there doing, when you're out there trying to do the searching, it's tough. What if you could get that delivered to you regularly in your email every day at a specific time, or every week, or every Monday through Friday? You can now do that. We couldn't do that before. Now you can do that very easily with Perplexity Tasks. You're going to learn how to do it on this video. You see, late insights also have a problem because they mean that you missed opportunities and you're giving stale content. We don't want that. So now you've got a personal AI research assistant, and that is what Perplexity Task is all about. What does it mean? Well, it gives you the ability to get a lot done. It has automated alerts on topics that you have defined. I'm using this right now in many different ways. I like to stay on top of what's going on with AI, with crypto, with current business trends, with marketing. These are things that are important to me. So what I've done is I've plugged those into Perplexity Tasks, and it gives me these alerts at a time that I've specified on the days that I've specified. Matter of fact, for me, it's every day of the year. I want to get it. That's just who I am. And at weird hours of the day. So that's okay. But it works. It can handle weirdness, like in me and folks like that. So we're going to see a lot of good with that. And it's delivered on your schedule. Whenever you're putting it in there, you're able to get it. And it's cited research is given to you that's backed by intelligence, not just social media noise. This is important because then it's saying, I got this reference from the scholarly journal of ABC right here by Dr. Smith and Dr. Jones, and they reported this. Rather than just, well, I heard Betty did this the other day. Well, that's nice for you and Betty, but what we really want to know is, how can we use this in business to help people get some real results, what they need? Well, here's how you can get started on this. Steps 1 through 3, you're going to click a profile icon in notifications and then go to new task. Then you're going to write specific prompt. I want the latest AI marketing tools or something like that. And then choose your frequency. When do you want it? Daily, weekly, weekday, monthly, or only one time? You can get all of that in this system. And the next thing you want to do is set up an exact delivery time. For instance, you could say, I want it at 6 a.m. for a morning briefing. I want to choose regular or deep research. And you can select email, push notifications, or both. They're giving us a choice with this. Perplexity really has done a good job with this, and many things else they have as well. But I like the way that we can specify when we want to receive it. I get up early in the morning. I like to get up at about 4. Matter of fact, a video I just did last week talked about how I learned that from a guy named Dr. Wayne Dyer, a psychologist who is no longer with us right now, but I got a chance to talk with him. And he talked about getting up at 4 in the morning. I thought, hey, that sounds like an interesting thing. And he talked about how great it was. He goes, Terry, this is really good. It helped me. I get up and I run and I study. And I thought, well, Wayne, if you're doing it, I'm going to give it a shot. So I have, and a salute to Dr. Wayne Dyer, who's looking at us now from above, but we appreciate that. And I want to make sure we give you some real good things you can use on that. Well, let's take a look at the pricing plan on it. Pricing plan, it does cost to use Perplexity Tasks. It is not available in the free program. The pricing plan starts at $20 a month. Yes, it is a cost. There is something there. It is not available in the free plan. Some people think, oh, I don't want to use it if it's out not for free. Well, I feel that if you're willing to get something, you're willing to pay for it, particularly in business. In a way, it'd be like someone who says, well, I want to go to med school. They're 17, 18 years old. I want to go to med school, but I'm not going to pay for any of it. I want it all paid for. Well, you're going to have to pay something. Even your time and effort, you're going to have to put that in there. And so we've got to do that and get a mindset of $20 a month in business school. They told us it doesn't matter what it costs you. What matters is the return that you get. If you paid $2,000, but you're getting $20,000, hey, we call that a good deal. So you want to stay with it that way. Now, if you're on the Pro plan, you get 10 tasks that you can use. I have found that using 5 to 6, 7 of them are plenty. I don't think I'd need 10. If you do, then you might want to look at going up to others. And the unlimited Pro searches can give you even more on that. The maximum is 10 tasks when we're using the key in there, and the primary features will give you the $200 a month. And then the enterprise is even more. For most of us, we're going to be able to get by on that $20 a month plan very well. Now, this is going to transform your workflow. It's going to give you the ability to get a lot more done in a whole lot less time. Matter of fact, when you look at it, it has content creator benefits that are in here. You never run out of fresh ideas. You know, this is the bane of us who create content. You sit down in front of that screen, you're wondering, where am I going to get ideas? Well, right now, I'm getting the tips on what to do. I'm going to show you that in just a moment, so stay with me on this. We're going to go through how you can use that and what you can do with it, how you'll get the tools to work for you and to make that happen in a profoundly good way. You'll never run out of the ideas. And 2 to 3 hours of daily research now be compressed to 5-minute morning briefing. It will be there and give you what you need when you need it. You tell it when to send it to you. And it's on multi-platform. You can get it on YouTube. It'll give you LinkedIn, newsletters, blogs, information on all of those, what's happening in those fields. So for instance, if you're interested in, say you do a lot of writing on LinkedIn, you can tell it to give you information when news comes out about LinkedIn carousels or LinkedIn newsletters, or what's not working with LinkedIn anymore. Did they change the algorithm? What's the most recent change? And you can be alerted of that when something happens in that field, whatever it might be. If you're in the medical field, what about the Iggy-Wiggy thing? See, I didn't study a whole lot of medicine. You know, I went to business school. They didn't study that. We didn't study that. But that might be whatever it is in medicine that's important, and you can find out about it very easily and very quickly. I like that. And the tasks that this will do for you, well, the results you're going to see will help you stay ahead of those trends before your competitors discover them. You want to come up with the right kinds of ways to search for it, to understand what is happening. Then it'll build your authority as current cited intelligence. That means, and this is the new rhythm that they're using, the new SEO. I've been talking about this here on the channel. Instead of the old SEO, now we're looking at generative engine optimization, looking at what's going on with that to see the kinds of things that are available for you, and also the automated engine authorization. And it's going to give you that optimization with that to get a lot more done. Right now, by using this, you will have current information that they're looking for. It really is giving you an unfair advantage over what's happening in many different places. You're going to be able to use that in a lot of ways. And you get a free creative time for production, not for hunting down just the information. This is going to give you the ability to get a lot more done, to be more relevant with the current status of where we are and what's happening with SEO, and how people are searching for answers. And so I'm kind of curious, how are you using this? How are you going to start automating first? What are you going to do to get in there and start working with it and figure out, here's what we can do, here's how we can do it? Please share your ideas on how tasks are going to help you and what tasks you're going to be tackling daily. Let's stay in touch on LinkedIn and wherever you're getting this information. Let's do that. And what I want to do is I want to show you some of the ways this works right there on my spreadsheet in Perplexity. So when you're in Perplexity, you're going to see a screen that looks something like this. You can probably recognize that. And you'll see you have all kinds of information down here on the lower right side. And what we want to look at is the ability that you have to see this and to look at what's going on, particularly when you see your customization. You're going to see that it's customized. And so you'll see in the lower left-hand corner down here, I want to get down here enough so you can see this and zoom in on it where it has your icon. I just have the little icon there rather than my picture, but that's where you want to be. You want to get on that and you want to click on that. And when you click on that, then you're going to see some information, some options there on the side. You're going to see the settings that are available. You're going to see the kinds of tools for the installation and the notifications on there as well. That's where you want to click. You want to click there on the notifications, and then it's going to send you several of these that are available. And you can see that I've got quite a few of them on here already down here that I've put in, and I have them arriving at different times of the day. So I have them arriving real early. Let's say I get one here I'm going to look at. For instance, might want to see business market and developments for the day. So I'm going to click on that, and when I do, notice what it gives me here. It's going to give me the capability to change some of the settings on there, to put them in different places so that I can now take a look at some of the summarized key business and market developments of the day. These are words that I put in there. Include pre-market equity index trends, S&P, NASDAQ, major earnings releases expected, M&A news, and key macro data points. These are important, so I put some of that in there, getting help from some of the chat GPTs and Perplexity tools that are out there already. And look what it gives you the ability to do. You can put it into a space so that it's something that you'll be able to say, okay, everything that I searched on this particular topic, I want to put into this space, like a little folder that's there. You can also look at when you're going to get it. I like mine scheduled for daily, but you can do even more than that. Notice when I click on this, you can see the kinds of options that are available that I can see over here. I put it in, and it gives me the ability to see it daily, weekly, or every day, or monthly. The everyday one, they just gave us that opportunity weekly. I like to get it daily because I find sometimes something might come in on a Wednesday, a Saturday, or a Sunday, and I want to know about that. You might choose to have it only once a week or every weekday, Monday through Friday. You might want it once a month, or you might want it one time yearly, and you might even want it only once. So you can have that as well. That gives you the ability to say, okay, I don't want that then when I'm going to get, you get to determine when you're going to get it as well. And then when you look at your notification platform, it gives you the ability to put it in a few different places here. I'm going to select that here, the notifications platform, put that in there, and you'll see that it lets me see email, in-app, email, or in mobile. So I can put that in all of those or none of them. I can choose, or one or so. We probably would use at least one of them in there. I tend to like email. For me, it gives me the ability to do a lot of different things of making sure that I'm getting exactly what I want, where I want, and then I can copy and paste it a little bit easier on my laptop than going into the mobile. But it's nice other times to have it right there on my phone when I want something real fast right now. Oh, there's something I really like about this, and you get a chance to choose what's working right for you. For instance, you'll see right here it's got 5:30 when it is. Well, we can select whatever you want from 12 a.m. all the way down through 11:30 p.m. Whatever works for you. And I like the idea of giving that kind of choice. That lets you decide when you're going to get it and when you want to have it there and when you don't want it. And the other thing about it that's really nice is if you say, okay, I really don't need it right now. It's a special time, or maybe it's a special week and you're on vacation, you're at a trade show, you don't have time to check it all, you don't need to, not a problem. It just goes by, and it gives you the ability to have the capabilities that you need for research. And another option that it gives you that I think is particularly good, it lets you select from the tool that you want to use. What do I mean by that? Well, over here when it shows you the platforms that are available, it's looking at the model options that are there. Click on this and you'll see Perplexity, as they do it so well, lets you take a look on your search, best in web. This is what I've chosen, but what I can do right here is I can use search. I could use deep research. And the deep research gives me the ability to get a lot more done on this, so I can go really in depth. Now, it's going to take a little bit longer to get that, but since this is set up so that it's going to do it when you want, it doesn't really matter. It might say, oh, okay, Terry wants a report at 4 a.m. on what's happening with Bitcoin and crypto. Hypothetically, it could do that. Not a problem, because it can start when it knows it's going to have enough time to check on it. It might start at 3 a.m. and go in depth on it. I don't think it'd need a full hour, but whatever it will do, it will give you the ability to do that. A particularly nice feature in Perplexity that you don't get on many other platforms. And then there's another little trait that I particularly like, where it gives you the ability to not only look at deep research or something like that in your search, but what you can do is you can say, all right, I want to search for something that's going to be the best model. That's the one that you select. They just say, okay, you get a chance to choose that. Look at this. They've got Sonar, which is theirs, that gives you that by default, but you could also select Gemini 3 Flash, Gemini 3 Pro. You can look into Claude Sonnet or ChatGPT 5.2. Almost missed that one right there. You can look at that. Grok 4.1 right now, Kimi 2.5, and notice it says hosted in the US. That's particularly nice because we know that Kimi comes from China, and sometimes they don't give us as much information from China as we would get here in the States. That's their business in China, but we want to have it here, so they host it here. Very nice. So what it means is you're getting the best of the best. Whatever it's going to be as you're using this, setting up these chats, these news feeds, this task that you have, a news feed to you about particular topics, gives you a lot of capability. It opens up a world of possibilities for you to get the kind of information you need when you need it, and that really matters in a world where there's so much information. You see, you're going to be able to be the creative conductor, much like a conductor of an orchestra. Could play some of the instruments, but probably not all of them, and doesn't play any of the instruments while he or she is conducting. This is what you can do. You will know how to pull from this, pull from that, and bring those to play so that you're going to be able to deliver the ideal content message to your audience. Well, I'm looking forward to hearing from you. What do you think of Perplexity Tasks? How are you using it, or what do you see are possibilities for you? You can find out about that. Drop us a note. And also, we've got something for you here at AI Tools for Biz. That's AI Tools, the number 4, biz.com. So if you're catching this on audio, if you're catching on video, you can see it. And also, we've got the QR code there so you can grab it right away. This is an ongoing training tool for you and for your folks, your team members that are right there, that are working with you, so you can find out what's going on. And we also have another video waiting for you over here that's going to show you how you can start using some of these tools that are available in AI right now and get into it. I'm Terry Brock. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Thank you very much for joining me.